Caption closed. Jurors will resume deliberating Wednesday whether a contractor and his former employee defrauded the city out of hundreds of thousands of dollars for janitorial services at the Alamodome. The contractor, Jeffrey Comstock, and the ex-worker, Ana Becerra, were indicted in October 2016 on a federal charge of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 6 counts of aiding and abetting each other to commit wire fraud. The indictment came a few months after the city ended the long-time contract it had with Comstock's Frio Nevado Corporation, which does business as Go Professional Environmental Management, GoPro. GoPro had done work at the Alamodome since March 2002 until discrepancies in its billings led the city to first suspend its contract in October 2015 and terminate it in March 2016, a city spokesman has said. In closing arguments Tuesday, Assistant U.S. Attorney Greg Surovic said the case is about ghost billing, claiming ghost, non-existent, employees or overcounting the number of hours of the employees that you really have. Surovic said Comstock himself inflated, or instructed employees to inflate, the number of man-hours of janitorial work performed at the Alamodome to help make more money because the contract he negotiated with the city resulted in very little profit for him. And, Surovic said, Becerra helped create fake documentation to send to the city once discrepancies were discovered in GoPro's invoices. Surovic told jurors that it was Becerra herself who came up with the term ghost billing, and recordings showed she knew what they were doing was wrong. They were making up these backup documents, Surovic told the jury. In other words, there were no backup documents. Comstock's lead lawyer, Mike McCrum, however, argued that the jury must look at GoPro's 13-year history with the city to understand that Comstock's wasn't knowingly committing fraud, but merely adjusting to the city's change in practices. The city first awarded GoPro the cleaning contract in 2002, and it required the vendor's billings to be detailed and to be based on hourly rates, McCrum said. He said GoPro's billings were detailed, until the city's Alamodome facility manager a few months later told Comstock that the city didn't need the detailed billings anymore. And by the time GoPro had its contract renewed in 2007 for another 5 years, the contract changed to include language that the Alamodome facility manager and GoPro will establish a service request before events at which GoPro would provide janitorial services. But that was never done, McCrum said. McCrum said the Alamodome facility manager would prepare the service request form before an event, insert a budgeted amount instead of asking GoPro for the number of man-hours actually worked, and then submit that form to the city's finance department. The finance department would bill the promoter without asking GoPro how many people actually worked, McCrum said. He added that GoPro was not provided a copy of the form until up to 30 days after the event and after the event promoter was already billed. I'm not faulting the city, McCrum told jurors.